Hi, my name is Quinn from Health Age International in Vietnam. Welcome to my presentation on the development and promotion of the Intergenerational Self-Help Club, or the ISHC development model, which aims to support low and low middle income countries to respond to rapid aging. Vietnam is rapidly aging. Currently, there are more than 12 million older people aged 60s and above, and will be close to 32 million by 2069. However, Vietnam has limited resources to properly respond to rapid aging. Vietnam is getting old before getting rich. Therefore, Vietnam has decided to invest in the Intergenerational Self-Help Club to respond to and take advantage of rapid aging. Before we go to the latest ISHC development model, we need to go back to the very beginning more than 15 years ago. At the time, our Older People Association development approach was to establish OPAs that support project implementation. For example, if the project is a health or care project, the project would form OPA focused on health and care. If the project is a social protection project, we would form social protection OPAs. We were very proud of our OPA work, but had lingering questions. One, were we meeting the need of the people or just the need of the project? Second, what happens after the project ends? Will it continue? Third, why aren't we seeing any local buy-in of our amazing and innovative OPA models? So at the end of 2005, we did a review of our OPA model in Vietnam and found most of our OPAs were very project or donor driven. It normally had only one or two project focus areas. The project was mostly led by project staff, and the beneficiaries were mostly passive participants. Therefore, there were weak local ownership, poor self-help, and were not sustainable. We did not have an exit strategy, and we were not able to go beyond the pilot stage. Our OPA model were expensive, not affordable, and too technical for the country to maintain or replicate. Therefore, we did not have the local buy-in of our OPA model. The review came up with three key recommendations. One, the model needs to have strong and wide buy-in. It should meet the need of the beneficiary, not just the need of the project. Second, it must be durable, have long-lasting impact. And third, it should be scalable by being affordable, being standardized, and having supporting policies. Taking the recommendation, the Intergenerational Self-Help Club, or the ISHC development model, was developed. The ISHC development model is a development initiative that provides control of the development process, resources, and decision-making authority directly to the community group. The underlying assumption of the ISHC development models are that the communities are the best judge on how their life can be improved, and if provided with adequate training, information, opportunities, and resources, they can organize themselves to provide for their immediate and long-term need and development. Moreover, the ISHC development models are motivated by their trust in people, and hence it advocates people full participation and ownership as a powerful force for development. By treating people as an asset and partners in the development process, which will make the model be responsive to local demand, is more inclusive and cost-effective compared to traditional development models. This is a standard ISHC organization structure which has been designed to promote full local participation and ownership. A typical IHAC has around 50 to 70 members and is based at village or community level. The club has three 70% requirements. First, 70% plus or minus 5% are older people. Second, 70% plus or minus 5% are women. And third, 70% plus or minus are socially and or economically poor. The ISC is managed by a club management board, which is elected every 2 years by its members, and at least 50% of the board members are women. The members are divided into neighborhood groups. Each group has their own group leaders, and members are encouraged to form and participate in various groups that are under the club, such as social and cultural group, hobby group, physical exercise and sport group, home care volunteer group, and others. The model is designed to be attractive to young and old, men and women, poor and non-poor, and people living in rural, urban, and mountainous communities. Normally, ISHC have at least 8 core components, which is based on the top need of its members and community, which are: first is the social and cultural component. The aim of this component is to preserve local traditions and customs and promote intergenerational bonding and mutual support. It consists of having fun with games and team-building activities, culture performance, home visits, and lastly, exchange and sharing between the ISCs and other groups in the communities, such as women, youth, and disability groups. Second is the income security or pro-poor and age-friendly livelihood. The aim of this component is to improve the income security of members and help the ICC to have regular self-generated income to be financially sustainable, which include self-managed revolving fund scheme, awareness on pro-poor and age-friendly livelihood, livelihood support groups, and lastly, livelihood volunteer. The third component is healthy and active aging. The aim of this component is to improve the health practice and status of the community by promoting the following activity. 1. Regular physical exercise and sport, monthly health screening, health and self-care awareness talk, conducting semi-annual health checkup, and promote access to health insurance and medical referral. The fourth component is community-based care. The aim of this component is to ensure that care services is accessible to all people that are in need, which include 4 types of care service, which are social care, personal care, medical care, and lastly, living support care. Each club has at least 10 home care volunteers. Over the years, the club has become the largest community-based care provider in the country. Component 5 is self-help and community development. The aim of this component is to promote a more caring and supportive society, people helping people, which include monthly self-help and community support activities, consist of in-cash and in-kind donations, labor contribution, technical support, and community development. Component 6 is lifelong learning. The aim of this component is to promote regular cross-learning and sharing within the community, especially between the generations, which include monthly learning sharing in the monthly club meetings, study visits and exchanges, and lastly, intergenerational cross-learning and sharing activities. Component 7 is right and entitlement, or legal service. The aim of this component is to help people, especially those most in need, to have access to the rights and entitlement, which include communication on rights and entitlement, monitoring the implementation of program and policies, provide legal service, and lastly, have regular dialogue with local authority. The last and eighth component is resource mobilization. The aim of this component is to enable community to mobilize local resources to help the need of its communities and members. The 4 main sources of ISHC incomes are: 1. Local donation in cash, in kind, and in labor donation. 2nd. Membership fee. 3rd. Income from revolving fund scheme. And lastly, collective income generation activity. The ISHC self-generated income will steadily increase as it gets older and have more experience. A typical club will be financially sustainable when it is 1 to 2 years old. So, why the ISHC model? To respond to this question, All we need to do is look at the evidence of the impact of the ISHC development model. These are results of 3 recent ISHC projects implemented in 10 provinces in Vietnam. The total funding amount were 3.2 million, which enabled the project to establish 567 ISHC, or at a cost of less than 5,800 US dollars per club. The IC had more than 30,000 members, of which 75% of the members and 56% of the club management board were women. The project directly benefited more than 670,000 people. After 2 years, the average increase in member annual income were close to 60%. More than 750 social and cultural groups were formed. More than 67% of the members reported practicing regular exercise at least 3 times per week. 1,000 sport and exercise groups were formed. The ISC has conducted more than 90,000 health checkups. On average, each member received 3 health checkups per year. Close to 100% of the ISC members had received regular health awareness information, and health insurance coverage rate were close to 98%. The ISHC had more than 5,000 home care volunteers providing regular care service to more than 3,300 clients. More than 56,000 self-help and community development activities were conducted. The ISCs had managed to fundraise more than 1 million US dollars. More than 22,000 people had received access to legal service support. Now, look at the impact level. Close to 99% of the members reported feeling happier. Close to 96% reported improved solidarity within their families and communities. 93% reported having increased self-confidence. 91% reported increased empowerment. More than 90% reported being healthier, and close to 90% reported being wealthier. The ISHC has become a national government model and targets. Here are a list of national government policies and targets relating to ISHC. The inclusion of the ISHC as national target has enabled the rapid growth of ISHC throughout the country. For example, by August 2021, 3,842 ISHC have been established in 61 out of 63 provinces and cities in the country, which is directly benefiting more than 4 million people annually. With the new Decision 1336, the country aimed to increase the number of ISHC to 6,500 by the end of 2025. In conclusion, the ISHC development model is a multifunctional, attractive, dynamic, and sustainable, and will continue even after the funding ends. It is cost-effective and affordable for low and low-middle income countries like Vietnam. It has shown to be an excellent development model to respond to and take advantage of rapid aging in limited resource countries, and it fits well with the cultural, social, and economic context in Vietnam, as well as other countries in the region. Thank you.